Ho, 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 and welcome to Dotto Tech. This is usually my favorite show of the year because I get to talk about two of my favorite topics, Christmas and gifts, and the best of my Christmas gift ideas. Now, I know that this is going to be huge on people's Christmas list, the iPhone. Last year, it was the iPod that was unquestionably the gift that kept on giving. But this year, it's going to be the iPhone. It is, after all, an iPod and a phone and a PDA, all rolled into one little bundle of Apple joy. But let us not forget the BlackBerry Storm. It is also going to be a real favorite, and we're going to take a look at it a little bit later in the show. Now, a few weeks ago, we compared the iPhone and the BlackBerry. If you recall, it was a very close battle, really coming down to how you want to live and work. Well, today is all about the cool things that these smartphones can do, and I'm going to kick things off with my favorite features on the iPhone. Now, one of the strengths of the iPhone is how easy it is to totally customize it, to make it your own. That is because the iPhone is really a computer. It's got the full Macintosh operating system running on this tiny little thing. So manufacturers can create little applications that do specialized tasks, and then you can add those applications very easily. And where we go to do that? Right here. Now, the App Store is where you go to look for new applications for the iPhone, and there are thousands to choose from. If you take a look here, I have the categories up, and you can see that I've got games and entertainment, utilities, social networking. We can scroll down, and you can see there's many other areas that you can browse through to find simple little applications for yourself. Let's go into the utilities area, take a look, and we can see the most popular utilities. And there are, in each area, there's got to be hundreds of applications available. Now, some of these are paid applications, and some are free. Right along the top, you can choose to look at the paid ones, and you can also choose here to look at the free ones. Now, the paid ones cost between usually 99 cents and a couple of bucks, maybe $3 at the top end. The most expensive I've seen is around $10, but there's simple little applications that do just one thing. So you can very quickly find out if you're interested in an application. You just tap on it, and then you can read the description, and then the installation process is the same whether they're free or whether they're paid. It uses the iTunes Music Store, so you use your iTunes account to log on. You see here this little free button. You simply touch on that, and it turns into an install button. Then you touch on the install button, and it takes you into the iTunes Music Store to be able to log in with your account information, and you download the application. Now, all fun stuff aside, though, one of the concerns many people had with the iPhone is just how it's going to integrate with their work life, because it needs to be far more than just an iPod in our day-to-day real lives. So let me show you a few of the phone features built in to the iPhone. Now, you access all of the phone features just by touching here on the phone icon here in the bottom of the console. So when we tap on that, we're brought into an area that allows us to manage basically our main phone functions. Our favorites, which is a quick pick list of all of our phone numbers, our recent calls, our contact list to look up people's numbers, the keypad, which you can just dial a normal phone number with, and really the most compelling part of Apple's service is this, which is the voicemail. This is called visual voicemail. It allows us to treat voicemail the way we treat email. In other words, instead of having to listen through your voicemail messages in the order they came in, you know, hit 1 to listen to your message, hit 2 to erase, hit 1 to listen, that sort of stuff. Instead, we see it listed out here just like it's in an email client. We can actually browse through previous messages. We can go in, we can listen to any message, we can delete it, we can call the person right back from that message, we can save it. It gives us the opportunity to deal with our voicemail the same way we deal with our email, interactively, choosing the important messages, dealing with them, and saving the others for later. Most people who have visual voicemail say they can never go back to regular old linear voicemail after they've used it. Now, as moving along, for many of us, work life equals Outlook on our computer. We keep all of our contacts, our appointments, our email in Outlook in Windows. So the burning question was, would the Apple iPhone pass the Outlook test? Well, let me show you if it's passed it or not. Now, when we sync our iPhone to our computer, we can sync it to either a Mac or a PC. When we plug it in, it's basically going to use iTunes for all syncing, just like it does with music, just like your iPhone or your iPod does with music. It's going to sync all of the music and all of your media across into the iPod section of the iPhone. But it also deals with all of our contacts, email, calendar appointments as well. And as you can see, as soon as I plugged it in, it's starting to sync right now. I can cancel the sync because I don't need to synchronize it. Instead, I want to show you what happens on the computer itself in iTunes. Now, when iTunes launches, it comes up with all of the sync options, but right here we see under the device menu, my iPhone appears. If I take a look here in the summary, I see a description of it, and I move along into the information screen, that tells me all of the syncing options that I have. If we take a look here in my contacts, it pretty much tells the whole story. It says sync all of my contacts with, and then I choose what it's going to sync my contacts with. I've chosen Outlook, so now the iPhone and Outlook on my computer are going to sync all of my contacts, all of my calendar, all of my email, and it also syncs all of your email settings. So if you don't remember all of your different settings for logging onto your server, that sort of stuff, it also moves all of that information over into the iPhone. We were worried that we wouldn't be able to sync our contacts and calendar and email at all between Outlook and the iPhone. But as you see, not only can we sync all of that data, but it's very easy to do. And a lot of the credit has to go once again to iTunes. iTunes is magic for syncing all of our music and video to our iPod, and as you can see, it also does just a great job syncing all of that content to our iPhone as well as our contacts, calendar, and email. Now, overall, I know most people are going to be thrilled with their iPhone. But next up, we're going to take a look at the newest offering from RIM, the BlackBerry Storm. Blogs, podcasts, streaming video. You can find it all on our website. Check it out at dottotech.com.